Now, I have been watching this entire situation unravel from the sidelines for a very long time now. Ever since my last video talking about the voice actors being completely immature about this entire situation. How unprofessional they've been going about this the entire time. And now, what's been going on? I've been seeing videos, reports, Twitter rants, like, not just any YouTubers, but all kinds of YouTubers are getting into this. This is probably one of the biggest gates since Elsa Gate. This is really one of the biggest gates ever, because you don't just have any YouTubers, you have people outside, you have people from Star Wars communities, gaming communities, political communities, all sides from YouTube just putting in their opinion on the subject of matter. And it's quite interesting seeing uphold. I believe this is probably one of the strongest gates ever created. Well, some people are now calling it the Weeb Wars as well, but you can also call it Animegate as well. Now, the reason why I knew how well Animegate would go is because I knew how much the fans would backfire. They know if you try to change anime, you will screw anime up. It really is the last good thing of entertainment. Well, of course, video games are slowly, in a way, trying to fight back against it, trying to get back and make gaming good again. But anime is just like, no, hands off, everybody. But the surprise is the one that really started Animegate. I always thought it would be Crunchyroll. But instead it is Funimation to start Animegate. And that is very interesting, of all things. This entire time I had my eyes on fucking Crunchyroll. But instead it was Anime News Network and Funimation. Mainly the VAs. The voice actors. Can you believe that? Really. And the way the voice actors been doing this, they've been doing it all wrong. Just completely wrong. Look, you're trying to make the other guy look like a bad guy. However, you're doing it all wrong. When you're trying to play victim, but yet everyone sees you as the bad guy, you screwed up. You really did. And the fact that you screwed up that much in this day and age with the Me Too movement going on, the fact that where no one really believes you that you are innocent, you know you screw up. And the reason why is because they just couldn't keep quiet. They couldn't keep off of Twitter. The reason why all this is falling down is not because, well, it is also because so many YouTubers are going out and doing actual investigating, unlike Funimation. They're doing actual investigation. They're looking through backgrounds. They're looking up at past events. They're looking up through the company. Everything they can find through forums, Reddit, Twitter, all that stuff. And all I gotta say is good freaking job. They're doing so much more than any other so-called big company failed to do. Hell, even a professional lawyer who's a big lawyer on YouTube is even create a GoFundMe for Vic. And even then, what was the smart thing they do? The other side did, the opposing side? They tried to attack the dude. They tried to attack the GoFundMe, saying how bad and corrupted it was. Only for it to shoot themselves in the foot. Again. How are you still walking? How in the hell are you still walking? I don't know how. Really. The fact that every time, and this is the thing, is why they keep losing this fight. The side on the Kick Vic side is they won't stay off of Twitter. Every time they go on Twitter, they make themselves look bad. They really do. First of all, let's talk about Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku. A voice that so many people look up to. A lot of people love. But this dude has been acting so freaking beta. It's hilarious. Originally a guy who's not an YouTuber, but he's a political figure actually. Well, he likes to talk about politics on his channel called The Amazing Lucas. The guy goes, oh my goodness. He called him out and called him beta. And of course, how would a guy who says he's not beta act? First, he likes saying, how dare you call me beta? If you want to call me beta, write me. I'll take you to the authorities. That's exactly what a beta would say, you idiots. That's exactly what a beta would say. You think an alpha would say, yo man, write me, I'll take you to the authorities. What alpha would say that? An alpha would say, fight me, I'll meet you outside. That's what a freaking alpha would do. An alpha will look you in the eye, don't need to say it. They'll say it through their eyes, saying, yo, fight me, I'll meet you outside, punk ass. No, this dude wanna rant about on Twitter. Write me. When I heard this, when I saw this tweet, I said, says he's not beta, but does the beta thing. And then Sean Shammo, and even he was trying to point out a report about a false swatting, which I did talk about in my last video about this. And it turns out that was false. So, congratulations on bringing up fake news. Congratulations. So now you made yourself look even worse. All this would have happened if you just stayed off of Twitter. Right now, if the Kick Vic side want to do anything, the best thing they can do is stay off Twitter. Look at Vic, the supposedly bad guy of the situation. If he is, if he isn't, we don't know yet. All we're saying is that we want to give him a fair trial. That's all we're saying. No one should be judged based off of social media, whether or not they're good or bad. That's entirely up to the court of law. Anyways, besides that, this supposedly bad guy has been quiet, giving out reasonable responses, and he lawyered up. That's exactly what happened. And now these guys don't know what to do. And here's the reason why I think they're shaking in their boots. Funimation, I guess apparently for a very long time, has been actually a secretly shady company. They seem like a legit anime company from the outside, but turns out from the entire time on the inside, these guys are pretty fucked up. There have been reviews of saying how management only looks out for themselves, they look out for a little guy, they don't care, they would rather do that, there's little pay. It could be fun here and there, but other than that, everyone acts like a snobby stuck-up of anyone who has power at the place. So yes, very, very shady stuff going under. And also, these people, they just won't stay quiet. And here's the thing about SJWs. Yeah, I'm talking about SJWs. Let's get into it. First of all, I've always said this of why do people listen to people on Twitter? What's the point? You get nothing out of it. At the end of the day, all you do is ignore their outrage. There are two ways to easily counter people on Twitter. Two easy ways. It is so beautiful. It's so easy. Here's the secret, everybody. I hope you're ready. Listen, it's going to blow your mind. First of all, if you are a big company, you're a $1 million company, you have a reputation to uphold, and people are raging on Twitter about some nonsense, the best thing to do is not counter them, not talk to them, and don't do what they tell you to do, but instead, ignore them. That's all you have to do. Most companies, for some reason, they're old people, so they're afraid that the press will hit them with something. But then, not many people listen to the press. Well, not the press that they make anyways. The best thing you can do is ignore these people on Twitter and continue selling out your product. That's all you have to do, companies. Ignore people on Twitter. And trust me, your stocks will go up. You won't have to worry about nothing. Now, the second place. Say you're a normal person like me. You have no reputation. You don't have nothing to do. You have a regular job and you just do YouTube all day. But you do have some people that do listen to you. All you have to do is counter these people with facts. Counter them with facts, facts, facts. Investigate, research, look up stuff. Let other people know. Share videos with the same opinion as yours and get it out there as much as you can. Bombard these people with logic, logic, logic. That's all you gotta do. And sooner or later, they'll be overcome and they'll break under pressure and they'll start speaking nonsense. Look what's happening right now. All these VAs, all they keep doing is speaking out nonsense, trying to attack the fans, attack the people with actual reasonable questions. And then later on, it makes them look so stupid when they try to attack these people who are doing nothing but throwing facts at them. They are slowly falling apart. Now, speaking of Funimation, as I've been talking about the entire time, guess what else happened? For Neverworld. He's been a very long time AniTuber, and I haven't watched his content that much in a while because he hasn't really talked about much recently besides Dragon Ball Z lately. So I kind of fell out of him for a while, but I'm still subscribed to him. So I'm like, okay, he's been talking about it. He's been on the fence, neutral as hell. But even though some people said, even I myself, it felt like he was mostly on the VA side, especially freaking Monica. Well, that's his decision and his right. So either way, he was still neutral about it until he decided to say he stands with Vic after all the that's going out. Because where the opposing victims have not filed any charges or any lawsuits, instead the so-called bad guy is actually pressing charges instead. Now, in this kind of situation, a bad guy wouldn't try to press charges against the good guy who's being accused. Well, the bad guy is being accused. Why would they press charges if they have everything to lose? Unless nothing really happened the way they seem it should happen. So there goes that as well. Now, for Neverworld is a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. In fact, this is one reason why I stopped watching his channel for a while, is because all he does is Dragon Ball Z, but that's to him. That makes him happy, and he's also been doing the rap thing, and that makes him happy. Sure, why not? But for me, it's like, okay. But anyways, imagine how you feel where you're just trying to be reasonable, even which side you're on. You're still trying to be respectable. You're still trying to be logical. You're still trying to be reasonable. But yet, a person you look up to blocks you on Twitter. That's right. It just heard about today. Despite what you feel about for Neverworld, it's sad the fact that his own person that he looked up to blocked him on Twitter because of his differences. We're living in a time where people are being convicted, being punished for their differences. If you don't agree the way they do, you are severely punished. Your reputation is tarnished. It's hard for you to get a job then. This isn't China, people. We don't attack people for having different ideals. This is America, where we can think differently. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to believe in everything. But we have to at least respect it. Like, I don't agree with you on that. I don't believe in you on that. But however, I respect your decision as an American citizen. That's how it should be here. But instead, this new generation of outrage culture seems like they all want to have the same ideal, the same mind. And if anyone disagrees with them or gets out of line, are severely punished for it. That don't sound like America to me. That don't sound like the American that a lot of African Americans have fought to get to, where we all stand as equals, but yet as individuals at the same time. It don't sound like nothing like that. Anyone's past ancestors who have fought for freedom, not just African Americans, but Native Americans, Latinos, Asians, anyone here that's been discriminated on in this country fought to have their own opinion, their own rights. Not to be controlled over. Because that's exactly what's going on, what happened back then. If you didn't agree with what was going on one side, you were severely punished. It's happening right now. But it's only on Twitter. But here's the thing though. It's easy to avoid, but for some reason we don't ignore it. And that's what's been going on lately. So like I said, the GoFundMe, as I've seen lately, it's like almost $60,000. It's literally almost $60,000 in a minimum of 3 days. Damn. I bet you probably by the end of this month, it'll be close to 100,000. And it will probably reach over 100,000 as well after this month during the middle of March, or even before then. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not saying the guy's innocent. I'm not saying the guy's guilty. That's not for me to decide. Because I am not the judge. I am not the jury. And I'm not the executioner. I am just an observer. And that's all we are in the end of the day. And that's all I want to say. That's been my update. I didn't want to talk about it too much lately because, a lot of crazy stuff been going on, like with the Captain Marvel, the YouTube Adpocalypse 2, and all this. It's just been nuts lately on the internet. Been entertaining, a good distraction, but at the same time, it's just, when did we get here? When did we get here? That's all I want to know. So anyways, If you like this video and you say, hey man, Madcrown's pretty cool, you like this guy, you know, he tells the truth, he tells it like it is. He may not have the best editing, but hey, at least he speaks his mind, that Madcrown does. Why not hit that subscribe button, hit and love that like button, and of course, don't forget to share that video and hit that bell icon to get more of this original content. Anyways, Madcrown on Madime, signing out. Have a good one.